50 years after Joe Namath and the guarantee, we are underway in Super Bowl 53. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So look at Jared Goff bringing out the Rams offense. And, Charles, what a ride it has been for him the first 3 seasons. Because you think about the start of his career, people saying, wait, this guy may be a bust. Rams went 0-7 with him as a starter. All of a sudden now he's guided them to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and that's the quickest any quarterback taking a #1 overall to get to a Super Bowl. So as you mentioned, you go year 1 where everyone's saying he's a bust and he'll never make it, to being the quickest to get there. How about his completion percentage? It's gone up better than 10 percentage points in 3 years. He's about 65% now. What a season. 32 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, nearly 4,700 yards passing this season, and unquestionably the leader of their offense.
On first down, gone. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. The throw on second down is gone. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. A quick look here at the Patriot defense.
Dante Hightower is a prototypical run-stuffing inside linebacker who has the ability to go to the edge and rush the passer. And there's no better example than when he had the strip sack against Matt Ryan in Super Bowl 51.
Here's Goff now on second down. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction. So now what can they do on 3rd? Now Goff. And that is incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep for New England, Julian Edelman. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Well, here comes a man getting ready to appear in his 9th Super Bowl. That's a record. Seeking to become the first player ever to win 6. Right now he's tied with Charles Haley with 5 Super Bowl rings. Of course, that's Tom Brady, and I don't know what else we can say about number 12.
Listen, we're broadcasters and we cover the game, but there's a fan in us as well. And as a fan who likes excellence, I love the fact that Tom Brady has told us that there's a 0% chance that he'll retire after Super Bowl 53. He plans to be back for his 20th NFL season, and I love that. He's having more fun playing the game now than maybe in recent seasons, And we see it again with him back in the Super Bowl.
They go play action here on first down. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd down, Michel. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. As the offensive starters pop up on your screen, Charles, let me ask you, Chris Hogan, what does he bring to this offense?
A guy that you look at and really don't circle in your game plan. If there's other guys that you look at, then you realize this guy can do damage. Finds his way open on almost every snap.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Brady finding Hogan on 3rd down, and the Patriots able to convert. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And right side caught Hogan. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? On first down, Brady. Over the middle, Julian Edelman. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Throwing left side, he's got Gronk complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The familiar refrain, Brady to Gronk for the New England first.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. This is Michel on the counter. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
A give. This is Michel. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now Brady. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So now on 4th down, on comes Stephen Gostkowski to try and get the Pats 3. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Gurley, of course, was right in the mix for a rushing title, but missed the final couple weeks of the year and ended up finishing 3rd with 1,251 yards, but did have a league-high 17 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, the first in Sean Alexander in 2003-2004 to lead the NFL in total touchdowns 2 years running. How about 2 years in a row he doesn't get a chance to win a rushing title? This year because of injury, the year before because...
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
As they get ready for this next drive, we shift our attention to a little Super Bowl conversation. The 3rd time that the Super Bowl, Charles, is going to be played in Atlanta, and the Patriots had 35,000 folks come out in Foxborough before departing for a little rally.
How about that? You would think that would be a fan base where it might be a little bit blasé about the whole thing because they seem to go just about every year. But they continue to use their rallying cry. They hate us because they ain't us. And as for the game itself, February the 3rd, I can't wait. I'll be there to call the game internationally one more time. Just remember, this game is 17 years to the day. Since Super Bowl 36, get this whole Patriots thing kick-started. Literally, out of Vinatieri with a game-winning field goal. Patriots beat the Rams 20-17. Same franchise, different city. They were in St. Louis then.
An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings.
Full start, offense.
So that'll back them up 5.
Still 1st down.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Allen has it, left side. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On 2nd down, here's Brady. Slant route, caught by Edelman. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Brady to his old reliable Edelman, and the Patriots have a 1st down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Brady now. Already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Has a man, and it's Edelman for the Patriot touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and the Patriots add 6 to their lead. And a great example there of just getting the feet in a tough spot. It seems like every year these guys get better at this.
Well, I think the drills get better, that they work on training camp, off-season work, OTAs, but also a lot of these guys have dance backgrounds, ballet backgrounds, and they take that and carry it over to the football field.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. Gostkowski with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one. And what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offense coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And while there is no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
They'll try the air now with Goff. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. A shotgun snap for Goff. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Brady now on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. His tight end, Dwayne Allen, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
New England on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. So 1 quarter down here in the Super Bowl. 10-zip our score. The NFL on EA Sports continues right after this message.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. Here's Ryan Allen now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And taken at the 46. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. Getting set to go again here, Robert Woods marches back onto the field. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
On every snap, a defense is trying to establish who they are, but on 3rd and short, that's really when you put it out there and tell people who you are, and that's exactly what they did. For the offense, they're looking at their offensive line and saying, guys, where are you? We need you on those plays.
So on 4th down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. Want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes Tom Brady and the Patriot offense back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
20!
From the gun, it's Brady. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard. You probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about that little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
On the handoff, it's Michel. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
New England on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Wait, 20! Wait, 20!
Shotgun now for Brady. Over the middle, Dorsett. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Ryan Allen now. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. Getting set to go again here, Robert Woods marches back onto the field. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter. They're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's 2 sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. A good move, but not much room to run. Brought down at the 5. Lawrence Guy able to bring him down.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to punt the ball. They've done so with that first run.
From his goal line here, Goff. And they finally get to him as he's taken down.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that.
Still third
and
down.
oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Goff now looks to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Now Goff on 1st down. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. for Gurley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still second down.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. From the gun, here's Gone. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. The Rams on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
180.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
C.J. Anderson of the game. He gets it here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action. It's Goff. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman, certainly flinched there before the snap.
Start,
a good call.
Offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still 3rd down.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Goff. They got him in, it's Woods. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. It makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 2nd down.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
That's it, baby.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Goff. This is caught. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. In for the score. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And we are even at 10 apiece. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. As this Patriots offense comes back out, Charles, how do they match up with the Rams defense? It's one thing's for sure. We know that they can have guys appear out of nowhere. You remember James White with a hat trick of touchdowns in Super Bowl 51. Who's it going to be this year?
Well, they have so many guys to pick from, and you don't think about their offense as having a bunch of superstars, but then you start going down the line. Don't forget Gronk. He can play with anyone, you know that. How about this year with Sony Michel, the rookie runner? 53 carries in their 2 playoff wins. Julian Edelman, Mr. Third Down. Chris Hogan makes big catches. Oh, yeah, that's right. Rex Burkhead scored the winning touchdown against Kansas City. You go on and realize they have weapons all over the place. It's going to be fun to watch them match up with the Rams defense.
And that Patso line needs to stop Mr. Donald, don't they?
They certainly do. And so far in the playoffs, Tom Brady's been sacked 0 times. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
20, right 20, right 10.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
They always that changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, free safety was there, no gain.
Brady, a bullet throw, but incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. These Rams, Charles, it's been quite a ride for them. You think a couple years ago, they went 4-12 as they got settled out on the West Coast, and now in the Super Bowl. Of course, everyone's excited about what Sean McVay has done, but these players deserve a lot of credit, too.
They certainly do, and I'll take it a step further. So does administration, from team president to general manager, the entire organization, in putting together this ball club and then having the gumption to pick Sean McVay as their head coach, a youngster at 31 to come in and in 2 seasons they're in the Super Bowl. But think about this year, Brandon. They've played in some of the biggest, most high-profile games in the NFL along the way. Remember the game that they played against Kansas City? Huge game, 54-51, the Rams won. The game at New Orleans in the regular season, another monster matchup for number 1 in the NFC. And then in the playoffs, they took on the vaunted Dallas Cowboys. They're used to the big stage. They're used to the spotlight. And now they're in the Super Bowl. What a great ride it's been in 2018.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's gone. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Goff now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Here's Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett. And now it's second down. Well, the upcoming Super Bowl, so many storylines, but one that obviously grabs you. Sean McVay just turned 33 January 24th. Youngest coach ever to take a team to the Super Bowl. Double that age for Bill Belichick, who's 66. And, Charles, that's the largest gap between coaches in Super Bowl history.
Yeah, and when you think about it, obviously the age comes into play. But to me, it's more the experience. The number of times that the Patriots have gone to the Super Bowl with Belichick leading them versus Sean McVay's first time in the Super Bowl leading the Rams. Will that game experience come into play at all? But I do like this about Sean McVay. Raised in the game, raised up through the NFL system, no matter how young he might be. Remember, his grandfather was a head coach and a GM in the league. He gets it. He understands. I highly expect the moment to be just fine for him and not too big.
From the gun on third down, Goff. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. First down, L.A. Goff finding Higbee. First down now, but that clock rolling. On first down, it's Goff. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Well, partner, after the conference championship games, there was a lot of talk about the overtime rules, understandably so. Do you think that anything needs to be changed in the NFL overtime situation?
I don't think so. And you got to remember, I'm an old crone, all right? So here's the deal on it. The NFL jumped into popularity with an overtime game. The Baltimore Colts being the New York Giants. Back in, what was it, 1959, 58, 59? That's when the NFL really came into prominence. And it was sudden death. Alan Amici, the Colts got the ball, they scored. No one talked about anything but, boy, what an exciting game. As time went on, people started talking about fairness. So the overtime rule finally got changed. If you score first with a touchdown, the game's over. Otherwise, you keep playing. I think that's pretty cool. And in our two championship games this year, we had overtime in both. Tom Brady and the Patriots won the toss, went downfield, scored a touchdown, ball game. Drew Brees and the Saints won the coin toss, threw an interception. The Rams kicked the field goal and won. Defense still exists if you care to play it.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. On first and 10, Goff. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now a first down throw. Goff dumps it off to Gurley. No gain, and it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. To the air again. Goff. This will be caught inside the 10. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal. On first down, Goff. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. He was looking for Josh Reynolds that time. That'll bring up second down. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Again, Goff. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams have broken our tie as they take the lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Zerline now for the PAT. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Zerline out now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. It's been a tremendous season of football, but it's not over yet. One half remains to decide who will stand on the podium with the Vince Lombardi Trophy. And to call the second half, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The halftime show, quite a spectacle, but it's back to football for the second half of Super Bowl 53. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They start the second half with Michel on the ground. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. On the stop was Aaron Donald. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road in just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. New England on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
20.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And able to find Dorsett. A gain of 32 that time.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Allen's got it over the middle. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
20.
Play action. Now it's Brady. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Ah, yes, Brady to Gronk. You think these two are in sync?
Without a doubt. And, look, they both understand what they can do for each other. Gronk knows if he gets open, the ball's going to be there. And Tom Brady knows what a great security blanket Gronk is. When all else fails, you find Big 87.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Looking middle, it's caught by Gronkowski. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And the Rams have got it back.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
Yeah, in the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. Getting set to go again here, Robert Woods marches back onto the field. He's hoping to take what has been a good game here and make it a great game. So far, solid, and we're still in the 3rd quarter.
And there's nothing wrong with solid. You want to be that. You want to be reliable. You want to be a guy that puts your team in a position to have a chance to win. And that's what we're seeing from him. And there's also that added element that maybe it can become a little bit more as this game goes on.
He'll try to make it more here on this drive. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at the 20. Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And Cooks has it over the middle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. And this throw will be intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. While we have a second, Charles, the Patriots, of course, back in the Super Bowl, getting the 37-31 victory over KC in the AFC title game. Great game, but the Patriots...
nobody believes them.
Yeah, right. They're playing that underdog card, but I thought it was funny because after the game, they asked Tom Brady, were you guys just trying to use that for your own motivation? He said no comment because they were. They know they're not the underdog.
They know it, but when you've been that great for this long,
you need something.
You've got to find something different. And Tom Brady, I've got to give him credit. Somehow he made his team buy that and believe in it when no one else in the country did. And I think it really started with their first playoff game this year when the Chargers came to town. I know I picked the Chargers against them. A lot of people picked the Chargers. They took that as, well, no one believes in us, and everyone thinks we're not as good. They were just wrong about that part, as we were wrong about the Chargers beating them.
Like 20!
They begin with Michel on the ground. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now a play fake here on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Brady to throw on second down. Over the middle, Julian Edelman. It's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
Like 20.
Now a carry for White. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On second down, here's Brady. Slant route, caught by Edelman. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Like 20. Like 20.
On third down, it's White, and they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Like 20.
Shotgun now for Brady. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6. Second and goal.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Like 20. You 20. Like we got.
They'll try and pound it in with Burkhead. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. He got halfway home there, down to the 1, but a good job of keeping him out of the end zone.
Exactly. Halfway home isn't all the way home, right? So they feel pretty good about keeping him out on that play.
New England on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're looking at a third and goal here. Now Brady. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Samson Ebukam in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds like counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Well, with that incompletion, let's look back, Charles, to the NFC title game. We had 2 excellent conference championship games, but on the NFC side, the Rams winning in overtime thanks to Greg Zuerlein. He had 2 huge kicks, but that was really overshadowed because afterwards, obviously, everyone talking about the no call.
Yeah, and we should be talking about Legatron. A 48-yarder to get them to overtime. The 57-yarder to win it in overtime. He should be the guy who should be exalted right now, but you're exactly right. Nickel Roby-Coleman's hit on Tommy Lee Lewis in regulation, when I saw it live, thought it was a bang-bang play. Turned out, it was definitely a missed call. Plus, they missed helmet-to-helmet contact on it as well. So if you're a Saints fan, you are very unexcited about the Rams advancing to the Super Bowl, but I still don't want pass interference to become a reviewable call. The game flow is paramount to me. Let's not slow it down any more than it already is.
Yeah, it could be a slippery slope, then you start doing it with everything.
Oh, next thing you know, we'll be reviewing holding. And by the way, you can probably call holding just about every play in the NFL.
The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
From the 50, it's gone. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete.
With dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Goff now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Again, they run with Gurley. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Throwing on third. Gone. And this is going to be incomplete. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the one touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this third and fourth quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. The tackle there by John Johnson.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They'll run it. This is Michel. Space to maneuver at the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
Whether it's what we call even front or an odd front, and an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the two defensive tackles in a four-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business.
They go play action here on first down. Open man left side is Gronkowski. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Wait, 20! Wait, 20!
Now Michel. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter. Now Brady throwing on second down. Wide open, Gronkowski. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
And he slings one that's incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski, and that'll bring up second down. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on third and goal.
Wait 20! Wait 20! Wait 10!
Brady now to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Gronkowski's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Gronkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jared Goff and the Rams headed back onto the field. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
Goff on first down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. And it's second down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. From the gun on third down, Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And a nice gain at 21 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now it's Gurley. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And oh, look at that. A diving catch. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down.
When the spotlight is at its brightest, and let's face it, it's the Super Bowl, those types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages.
Do you think that that one's going to live on? We're going to see this for a long time.
Definitely going to live on forever with him, that's for sure.
No doubt.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Here we go.
From the red zone now, Goff. On the crossing route, complete. It's Woods. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Goff throwing again. And this this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. As his guys are in for 6, and the Rams add on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Now Zuerlein on to add the extra point. Zuerlein good with a PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. That time a 9-play drive, and the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mikel Roby-Coleman, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Now, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them, because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after him.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Goff. He's going to float this one. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Here comes Tom Brady and the Patriot offense back onto the field. With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, your 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
So after the INT, it's Brady. This is White on the screen. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Like 20! Like 20!
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
New England on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 4.
20! Like 20!
Throwing now is Brady. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Fielded at the 33. Avoids him at the 40. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Goff. And Cooks has it over the middle. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in this Super Bowl.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now Gurley. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
To throw on 2nd down is gone. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
play fake here on first down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. In for the score. And the Rams add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Zerline now for the PAT. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Zerline out now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at the 34.
20.
From the gun, it's Brady. Allen has it, left side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
20. 20.
Shotgun now for Brady. A strong running. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. Open man, it's Allen. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Brady now on 1st down. The throw left side complete to Hogan. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Now Brady again. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. He was looking for Gronk that time. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Brandon Cooks and the rest of the offensive crew trotting back into place out there. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now a give running left for Gurley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Another carry now for Gurley. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. A shotgun snap for Goff. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Time for a break. We're back to crown a champion after this. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run. It's Gurley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. But that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Gurley again here on 1st down. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The Rams have won the Super Bowl, and they will get the Lombardi Trophy. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gunn signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.